Is my mic on?
Yes.
It is. Good.
Your mic is on, Janice.
Thank you very much, Paul. Are we
Good
live?
afternoon.
Oh, we're live.
I said there's a 3, 2, 1 countdown.
I thought you meant there was a 3-minute countdown. I was cleaning my nails, looking over here, adjusting my jumper. I'm so sorry, Paul.
Dear. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
My
We're
name's
all calm.
Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK. And this afternoon, we're joined by the lovely Janice Phillips.
Hello, good morning.
So,
sorry about that, everyone.
It's afternoon, but never mind.
It's after. We'll start. Should we start again? 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon,
Good
everyone.
afternoon.
Welcome to what's going to be a fun hour, I am sure. The lovely Grace is in the room with you, so if you have any questions all the way over in New York, she's there to help. She'll pop the link up to the show page because we have some beautiful designs from Timestamp Creations.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this because Timestamp Creations started back in February. I think we had our first show.
Was it February?
February, yes. And
wow.
Just looking down the counter now and seeing all the different collections from previous months, I'm just looking at. I still have to pinch myself.
You've achieved so much.
That it's real. I know. Yeah. And most of my stamps have been from my photographs, which I love taking pictures from. But there was a time when I came across some old drawings that I'd been doing over the past, 12 months really. And they were drawings that I did just before, as I was cooking dinner. You know, when you're waiting for things to boil, a bit like my mum. She used to always stay in the kitchen when she cooked, never came out. So it kind of just transferred to me. So I always stay in the kitchen area when I'm cooking. I never leave anything and walk away. So I'd always have a pen with me or a paintbrush, just so I could do some doodling for something to do, really, to occupy my mind. And that's where these drawings have come from. So I look back over these in various different journal books in various different ways. And I thought, I wonder if people would like these if I bought them out of stamps. So I did.
This is your Quirky Quickies collection.
And
I love the name.
Do you like the name? Well,
I love the name.
They're quickies because I used to put them on Facebook as a quickie before dinner. So if you were to go back on my Facebook, you would see these being posted throughout the last 12 months. And they're quite quirky. So they're Quirky Quickies.
And they're very Janice. Very Janice indeed. So what we'll do, we'll bring some details up on the screen for our friends at home. We'll run through everything we've got on the counter, so to speak. But we're only really going to focus on 2 of the newest, the latest collections, because it's been a while since you've been down with us.
It certainly has. Towers. Yes, it has.
Last time you was due to come, there was that major internet outage.
Oh, yes. Wasn't there? Yeah. Oh, that was terrible.
So that wasn't good. But now we're going to make up for it. So let me bring some details up on the screen for you. So this is item number 12254. This is a Timestamp Creations by Janice Phillips, the Quirky Quickies A6 stamp collection. The price there is £68.94. And if you belong to any of our craft clubs, you'll also get your club discount. So if you belong to one club, you'll be saving £6.89, bringing that price down to £62.05. If you belong to 2 clubs, you'll be saving £8.62, bringing that down to £60.32. And finally, if you're a Diamond Club member, that brings it down to £58.60, meaning you're saving £10.34. So it's nearly the equivalent of 6 for the price of 5. 6 for the price of 5, yeah. Couldn't get my words out then. And if you would like them individually, because I've got a couple of favourites on this one. So this one here is your Quirky Houses, item number 12248, £11.49 plus all your relevant club discounts. Then we have our Stargazer. The detail on these stamps are absolutely amazing. The item number for that is 12249. Then we have the third in the collection, Jazz the Fox. Is this based on our lovely Jazz?
It is indeed.
It is. Very sort of elegant and jazz-like. Item number 12250. Then we move along to the Mystical Hair. I love this one as well.
Do you?
Yeah, 12251. Then we have Into the Woods. And I love the artwork that's been created using this stamp set. Item number 12252. Then we have Into the Night. And I didn't see that little person in between the trees when I first saw
Did
this.
you not? It's
No.
holding a lantern, so you can do a little light around that, which will illuminate the whole card or piece of artwork. Yeah.
Ah, very nice. So that's all of them available individually. And then the previous collection is the Tiles Set 2. This is the A6 stamp together with the 5x5 stencil collection. So you've got tree, you've got leaf, you've got butterflies, you've got pears, and you've got apples. So the item number for this collection is 21246. You have an £8.71 saving, bringing it down to £69.99, together with your relevant club discounts as well. If you want just the stamps on their own, item number 12219. If you want the stencils, item number 01098. And then we go back in time and we look at, this is the tile set 1. I love these, the birds and the mushrooms and the geodandelions. These are fabulous.
Do you know why you like the mushrooms, Paul?
Right, go on then.
Because you're a fun guy.
Oh, you can tell what's coming up this hour, can't you? Item number 12211. Then we go back and we look at this is where it all started.
It is,
Out
yes.
and About Part 1.
One of my favourites.
And you've got that fantastic alphabet in there as well. Great for personalisation. Item number 12108. So the saving on this, 11.49, means you're getting basically the alphabet stamp set for free. Then finally, we have the Out and About Part 2, and this comes with those lovely postcards in there. And the item number for that is 12172. So let's go back to
A top tip for the alphabet.
Yes.
When you get that home, before you start using it as individual letters, put ink over all of it as it is on the sheet.
Yeah.
And stamp out some really cool backgrounds. And then you'll have the whole alphabet as a background.
I remember you doing that.
Yeah. And you can circle some of the letters to spell out a name, or do like a cross search
like
or something
an anagram
like that.
type.
Yeah. And put different colours on there as well. And just put them to one side because they're really handy backgrounds to have.
Of course, I wouldn't have thought that. But yeah, if you say, because they're on the carrier sheet, they're all in the perfect
it looks
position.
really cool. Looks really, really cool.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. So should we have a look at in
Shall we?
detail the brand new or the latest collection? So if we go on to the overhead.
Shall I move away that white piece of paper? Yeah, so we can focus.
There we go.
So this is your quirky houses. Now, I have, if I move them that way, there you go. Now, I don't suffer from it, but I have something called pareidolia.
Right.
Where I see faces in everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll see a plug socket and it's 2 eyes and a nose.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I drew these, and you'll have a look and you'll see, they almost look like they've got little faces, little noses, 2 eyes, a nose and a mouth. Yes. So that was the intention behind this.
Right.
And I thought I'd add the snow. It could be rain. When you're stamping these out, you could mask that off if you want to. You can also mask off that sun and use that separately if you wanted to. So there's a lot of scope in here. And you've got the positive and the negative. Again, when you're using these, you don't necessarily have to use black ink.
No, absolutely.
So you could use any colour you like, any colour you like. And because it's a larger surface to stamp on, I find if you stamp it a couple of times, it'll get used to the ink and then it will stamp perfectly for you.
Nice.
Which is great. So you've got 2 sentiments on here. If I lift this up, you'll see we've got of course we have. Sorry. Right, you've got home is where the Wi-Fi connects automatically.
That's good. I like that.
May I add my Wi-Fi connected automatically here? So this is my home.
Excellent.
And home is where the art is.
And the art is here as well.
Absolutely. So what's nice about this, and we'll show you some samples as we go along or afterwards.
We can do it as we go along. Yeah. So that's this little pile here, isn't it?
You can extend these, which are really, really nice. Or you could, where the art is, just have a splash of colour behind them. Which is really easy to do, and I'll show you how to do this. You can also use colour to colour them in separately. This is a really nice one that Jenny did, part of the design team. I think that is so nice, bringing in the heart.
Yes, that's
so
nice.
I know it's home is where the art is, but you've also got the heart as well, which really matches. That's just putting down some ink onto a stamping platform and just having a bit of a splash in the background. So that works, and that would really work well with the companion papers because you could just add
the little 4x4.
Yeah. So you could let me just grab one of these. You could just add. Look at that. a bit of colour behind there.
So you use the 4x4
Yeah.
companion papers to pick up the colours that you've
Mm.
used in the background.
And it works really well. And it's easy
Nice.
and simple to do. Or use the masks and create a nice little snow scene behind there, which
Yes.
again works really, really well. And extend them. So that's the same stamp twice, but you could mask off certain areas and you could
Oh,
extend it even
yes.
further if you wanted to, which is really nice, which is what I did with this one. But what's nice about this one, Paul,
Have you
is
done
that
some fussy cutting?
yeah. Now my fussy cutting isn't precise, but I didn't want it to be
No.
because it's quirky.
Yeah.
And you can see there, I've just stuck some behind, and you can actually pull these forward to make it almost like a little bit 3D. If I turn that to the side, you can just
On the
about,
overhead.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can see what I mean. So you can pull those to the front if you
I
want
like
to.
that.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was nice. And then here we go. Jenny's done a wonderful job here. I think it's by Jenny. Yeah, look at that. Big thank you to Jenny and Glynis who do my samples for me. Not all of them, I do some myself though.
I was going to say.
But isn't this nice with the bunting? That makes it quite
Yes.
festive.
Yeah, and that's not on the stamp, so it just joins it up,
Yes,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
which I thought was really clever.
Yeah.
So-
So you can make it Christmas if you wanted to.
Yeah, summer, autumn, winter,
Yeah.
extend it, maybe mask off the trees, don't have the trees, just have a couple of the houses, but have fun with it. And when you get it home, have a look for those faces. Look, a nose, two
I
eyes and a
can see
mouth.
them now.
Can see them now.
Yeah.
There you go. There
So
you go.
that's your first one in that collection.
Okay.
Okay. Should I take it?
Yep,
You want to
I
go
shall
to the
give you
left?
that.
We'll go to the left.
Okay, so I have no idea what my left or right is for.
Okay,
So that's why I was
towards
handing them
me.
to somebody that wasn't even there.
Towards me. Okay.
Okay, this is your Stargazer. And again, this was something I actually drew with a white Posca pen. I know you've
Oh,
got those on
right.
the show.
We have.
It was a black book that I had, and I wanted to draw something different. So I just sat there sketching over 2 pages.
Mhm.
So there he is sitting underneath the tree. You've got the moon or the sun separately. So let's just move this away so you can see that. Again, I love it in the negative because this is how the
It becomes
drawing was.
night,
Because
doesn't
it,
because it was on the black.
that's right.
Right.
So that's how it started. But I also like it in the black as well. And the sentiments on this is life slows down beneath the leafy shade. Get my teeth in, and sheltered beneath branches, even the smallest hearts feel safe.
Nice.
And do you know what's lovely about the stamps here at Clarity? The way you get all the detail. And when I sent this in and said, can we make a stamp out of this? I really, I did not think we'd be able to do it because of all the detail. But my goodness, even down to the blades of grass, I still can't believe how you've done this.
I know. Don't look at me. It's not me. It's the lovely Jazz.
It's
that works with your
amazing.
designs.
It's amazing.
Um,
Every blade of grass, everything, as it, even the little stars that I put in, everything works. It's just beautiful.
Beautiful.
And what's nice about this, if we've got some samples,
that just-
you
go.
can use this to pattern build as well. And I'll show you what I mean with some of these samples. This is by Glynis. Isn't that lovely?
That's
just using
nice.
that on
There's
a
little
frame.
canvas.
Yeah, and then just masking off smaller parts of it as we go along, which is nice. And let's bring these in. So I'll put all of them there now.
So these are great for what we call mini makes here
Yes.
at Clarity. So
Yeah.
We tend to, on a Monday, we look at designs that will work perfectly for our mini makes Facebook group.
Yeah, I
And
love mini
these
makes.
stamps are perfect for that.
Oh, absolutely. And this is really nice because the tree's in green and then the rest of it's in black. So imagine this, maybe you could do 4 of these, one in green, one in an orangey color, one in a brown color, and another one just in a black. And it could be
Yeah.
seasons.
Spring,
Yeah,
spring,
summer,
autumn,
and the black
winter.
one could be the winter
Yeah.
because the leaves have gone, so to speak. This is one that I did creating a little bauble.
That's
So-
nice. It's like a little globe as well,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's got that mystical look to it.
Yeah, I can show you how I did this. It's really simple, and you can turn any of the stamps that we've got on the show into little bauble cards, which I really like.
Nice.
This was a nice one. This was on the negative stamp, so not using black, using different colours.
Yeah.
So you can see that, which looks really nice. And then the other stamp stamped into it. That's
Into
why
it.
you've got the white line
Where
going
it's just
around it.
been offset.
Yeah,
That's nice.
which works really well. A little tag as well. So if you're making any designs, I know that I cut this out from one of your tag dies.
Yeah, which
that
we've
you've
got on the
got.
show page.
And I just, at the minute, I'm obsessed with tags. And baubles.
Well, I think it's nice. It's small, isn't it? And if
Yes.
you are using these maybe for your Christmas designs, because I think these work beautifully for
Oh, they do.
throughout the year.
Yeah,
And to have the small, we do like little 4x4 card blanks. So
perfect.
then these are perfect for that, aren't they?
Companion papers again in the
Yeah.
background, so it works really, really well. Again, using the negative and the positive stamp together to build that background, which is really
And
good.
this is quite nice. You can see that you've used the full surface stamp on here.
Yeah.
Because you've got that white area, and then
Yeah.
you've got the black sentiment on top.
Can you see the branches?
Yeah,
Isn't that
I can
clever?
come in closer. Let me see if I can come in.
If I move that
There
up.
we go.
And I'll tell you something, Paul, I'm glad you've seen that, because I've had this in my hands for about 4 weeks and I've not even noticed that. That's really clever.
Fresh pair of eyes, isn't it? So
Yeah.
that's what it is. So it's the solid stamp, the full
Yeah.
surface one.
Isn't that
And
clever
then
with the
that
branches?
stamped over it, yeah, it just adds a little bit of
Yeah.
texture to it, doesn't it?
I'll have to do that idea myself. That was by Glynis. Thank you very much. How cool is that? Just cut out on a black piece of card.
Yeah.
Very nice. And again, you know, the love heart, we don't have that, but that was just cut out with a pair of scissors.
Pair of scissors, yeah.
But the tree stamped in it, which works well. And very similar, but with a coloured background.
Different colourways, yeah.
I mean, they could be coasters.
This is quite nice, using
like
the
that?
stamp and then chopping up the letters individually.
Really effective, isn't it? This is what we mean by pattern building, using the tree to go around the outside. And you could use the embedders
Yes.
to make that raised effect if you want to. Again, using the tree to bring in that pattern, almost as if you're in the bushes looking through at the little
and you've got like a
stargazer.
little portal, yeah.
Do you like that?
That's really nice.
That is really nice. And again, remember to stamp inside the card.
That's good, yeah.
Remember,
just down the edge.
yeah, or on the envelope or something like that. Just makes it. You could, if you wanted to, you could make that a little bit shorter.
Just cut a little bit off
Just
the
cut
front.
a little bit, and
Yeah.
then just have that on the side, which works really well.
Very nice.
So that's the stargazer.
So that's your second one.
I'll hand those to you.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
And then we go to Jazz, the
Yeah.
fox.
Well, the fox is the emblem of Leicestershire. I'm a big supporter, of course, for my sins for Leicester City.
Who are they?
Who are they? Well, that's what I'm saying at the moment. But this is Jazz the fox. Of course, I had to name it Jazz after Jazz. And I think that's quite fitting. So one of my favourites, a beautiful stamp set to go for. Very, very popular, this one, I think, because you can use it for so many different cards. It could be for a gentleman's card,
Yeah.
it could be for a birthday, it could be for an anniversary. You could mix this up actually, and you could add some of the hairs to the side of it,
Yes.
masking it off, so you could have a whole group of them together and maybe put little Santa hats on. So believe in the magic of nature. When the moon hangs out with a fox, expect magic and mischief.
Very nice.
So we've used on here, I used the stargazer stamp going around the outside to build a pattern, but also to bring your eye into the
That's
center.
nice.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Um,
it is that sort of frame builder, because when you look at it, you think, oh, it's a tree.
Yeah.
That's all I can do with it. But when it's been used here,
it's nice, isn't
it
it?
doesn't look like a tree at all.
No. Add some berries to that. It could be some foliage for Christmas,
Yeah.
which would look really nice. And then I use this just as a grungy look. So I use both of them. I use the negative and the positive. So I use the negative first, and then I use the positive in the orange to add to that, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Which is that one. This is a really nice one from Glynis.
Quite earthy looking,
yeah,
isn't it?
very much so. You could do a whole variety of these with different colours, but it works really well. And of course, that is from the stargazer. So that is the sun or the moon from the stargazer.
And what I love about this one is that it's not the centre of the card. It's been offset in that circular shape.
And what's really clever is that that's no longer the moon behind the fox. It's just like a halo, just something surrounding. And he's looking at the sun, which I think is very clever. Again, Glynis did that. Thank you very much. Another one from Glynis. Clever this, because the fox cut out, just hiding the stargazer, but just to show the tree. Which I thought was very, very good. Nice background on that one. Again, this is just another variation from the previous one. If I bring that in, you can see
just different colorways, how different it looks.
And also, I thought I've used the mask just to create like a halo around that image. So then I put some vine leaves going around the edge of that, which I thought was quite nice. Could be berries, could be holly, could be Christmas. Yeah, with the red going around it. So that's Jazz the Fox.
So that's Jazz the Fox. So all of these are available individually. So if you want Jazz the Fox, item number 12250,
Perfect. So we'll pass that
Thank
over to
very
you.
much.
And then we get the mystical hair. I mean, when I drew this, my drawings aren't really in proportion or anything like that. I mean, you'll see that this path, it doesn't really go anywhere, but it was just me having a drawer, you know, doing a bit of doodling. I was going to say dribble then, but it wasn't. Dribbling
While the dinner was
while
cooking.
the dinner was cooking. But these drawings are exactly how they are, you know, as I drew them, and I didn't want to alter them in any way because that's the quirkiness
Of
them.
the quirky
Yeah.
quickies.
But this is really cool. I like this. So you've got here, may all your dreams come true. And every star is a little wish waiting to happen, because I love stargazing. Obsessed with the moon and stars. You'll often see me standing outside my house just looking up, because I'm obsessed with skies.
Looking up.
Yeah. So some nice little ways you can use this. Mask off the outside, and you could just use the hair, which I've used going in the corners here, and then masked off the hair and just use the entrance to the house there.
That's clever, because if we look at how the stamp comes,
yes,
so you can see there,
you've
literally masked him off.
That's right.
With a bit of low tack tape to hide him over, and then you've masked that off.
Yes.
Then to do it, that's good.
And I thought it kind of with the stargazer tree going around the outside, again a lovely little pattern, but it draws your eye into here to see what's through there.
It's like through the keyhole, isn't it?
I mean, this could be improved on. Maybe you've got some ideas at home. Maybe that could have been like a darker colour and left the inside white. I don't know, the various different ways that you could have a play with that. But that's a really nice sample. This is beautiful. This is from Jenny. So a little bit of doodling. Doesn't that work well?
It's nice, isn't it? I love the monochromatic look.
I'm glad you said that.
The monochromatic.
Yeah, it does. It looks wonderful, doesn't it? Just doodle around it, you know, bring that mystical element to the design. Something similar that you just saw. So again, this one has the sentiment cut out on a piece of white paper, that one.
So that stands out a little bit more.
I was just experimenting to see which one would look the best, really. Again, another one from Jenny, some more doodling. These actually could have been tiles part 1.
Oh, from the
with
geodandelions.
Yeah, which would have worked. This is why you can mix and match all of them, really. This is clever. This is using Into the Woods, one of the stamps we're coming up to seeing on the outside, which looks really nice. And if I open that up, isn't that wonderful? And that's by Jenny.
It's very arty and very sort of wooden.
Nice.
And it really draws you into that centerpiece, doesn't it?
Certainly does. And then, of course, craft card, one of our favourites as a crafter, and just using the white. And I thought that was clever going over the moon as well. That's really effective, isn't it?
To bring that out,
Very nice. I like that. So that is your mystical hair. So I'll pass those to you, Paul.
Super duper.
And then Into the Woods. This was a pencil drawing. Jane bought me some pencils last Christmas. In a little wallet. So I just sat down, and I'm obsessed with trees and ash trees and birch trees and things like that. And I drew this with some pencils, and I thought that looks really cool. So yeah, I turned this one into a stamp.
Nice.
So let's show you some samples of how you can use this. This is really nice. Jenny's done this with some doodling, so I thought that's quite nice, using it a couple of times to build a wood.
Yes. Yeah, quite festival looking, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can use this for all kinds of different occasions. Isn't that clever?
That's
1, 2, 3. So just stamped 3 times. No masking, just on top of each other.
Just on top, and it creates that depth and dimension, doesn't it? And look, the little hair.
Yeah. So you can add that as an addition. Here's one where I've put the 3 stamps. I don't know how I got that into a curve. I did that first time, but I thought that was quite nice. And then I used the stargazer.
Like a dinner plate, as if you've drawn around the edge of a dinner plate. Maybe.
See, if I'd have thought about that, that would have been the best way to do it. This is not. I like this, simple and easy, and something like that. If you've got a black micron pen like you use here, you could add a little bat to that. It could be Halloween. But I really like that. It's quite magical and mystical, isn't it? And using one of the masks to have the moon white, not colouring in the moon itself. I wanted that to be bright. I thought that was quite nice. And then I was just experimenting with that, trying to make a woods. I could have done that a lot better, but I just wanted to show you that because you can just stamp the trees so many times and just
Yeah.
come up with an effective picture in a
Wow.
way. So that's that one. I'll hand you those.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll hand you
Comes
that
with
one. So that's Into the
That's it.
Woods.
And this is the final one in the collection.
Yes. So this is Into the Night. Let's bring that in so you can see that. This is one of my favorites. This was a sketch, and then I actually turned this into a painting, which when I painted this and I did the moon was really big. I just thought there's something about this. It was all out of, you know, the trees are big, the man's small, you've got the little hair there. There was something about it I really liked. And yes, he is carrying a lantern. So I stamped this out 4 times.
That's nice in the different colours.
Yeah, I thought so. A little bit Andy Warhol-esque. But I thought it was quite nice. And then just put a little bit of yellow around that lamp. And you can see that he's
illuminates it, doesn't it?
Just carrying that out into the woods, which is nice. You could also add a moon to that if you wanted to, just in the background. And there is using some colour, so not nighttime, could be daytime, with the shadows coming from the sun. So a different way.
A sunrise, isn't
it? Yeah, so a different way. Or if you wanted to, again using the companion papers, you could just stamp it out in the monochromatic,
black and white.
Yeah, I like it. But of course, the companion papers, you've got them in lots of different colours, so you can surround it with lots of different colours.
Yes,
if you like
if you're using different colour ink pads, if you don't want that solid blackness, then it'd be perfect for
a little bit of doodling around the outside, or just, you know, a splash of colour. So many different things that you can do with that one.
And there was one bit of artwork that we did miss.
Oh yes, let's bring this in.
This is real sort of piece of artwork, isn't it?
Now this is something that it's made from something that both Paul and I absolutely love. And we can't last a day without it. And that's a coffee. So this is a coffee cup, just recycled. And look at that. So stamped with the quirky houses, cut out, and then just put all the way around. And Jenny did this. Imagine that filled with marshmallows at Christmas time. How cool is that? That's
good. Real sort of, I mean, some lovely fussy cutting around the outside, but they work so well.
Yeah, doesn't it? Look at that. So clever. You know, when I drew these, I've never in my wildest dreams thought that somebody would be creating something as magnificent as this, or any of the creations.
Yeah.
It really is wonderful.
Beautiful. So should we have a play with the new quickies?
Let's do that. Okay, shall I show you what I'm going to do first of all?
Yeah.
Probably clean my glasses. I've
got as bad as Barb. Do you want a tissue?
No, I'm all right. My jumper will be fine. I've got another 4 pairs of glasses here, so they'll do. Yeah. There you go. I can see. Right. Okay. So because it's almost Christmas, hence Christmas jumper.
I made the effort as well.
You're looking lovely. I'm going to use Jazz the Fox, but I want you to know that you can do this with any of the stamps. So we can use any of the stamps to do this. So this is really easy, and I just use one of the masks.
So we have these are one of your all-time favourites, aren't they, Janice?
Oh, I use them all the time. Use them all the time.
Item number for this is 30147. And we recently changed the way in which we did the moon masks, because originally they would have all been sort of, you had the bits out, but now we call boxing off.
Yes, perfect.
So each of them.
Look at this.
So you haven't got to take the whole A5 sheet off.
No, you can take them off singularly.
Yeah.
But I just thought this is perfect for making ball style cards. So we'll show you how we do that.
Okay.
So we could do this. So you stamp that onto one of yours. Is this
the 3.5 by 3.5 stencil card?
Oh, these are just perfect to work with, because do you know why? There's no pressure.
No.
They're not overpowering. They're not too big. And again, if I just take one of the companion papers, let's show you how you can do this just very easily. You could just stamp it out, nice and simple, put a sentiment underneath it, add some colour, and then we will take that further and we will use the dies that you've got.
Yep, so you could use our nested
and we'll
circle
cut that
dies
out.
To cut them out.
Now this will look nice if you punch a hole in that, put some ribbon on it, put that on the tree, you've got a bauble.
You have indeed.
Or
you could do both sides, couldn't you?
Yeah, you certainly can. You could do it different on both sides as well.
Yeah.
If you've got any blister pack cards, you could put one of those over the top.
Card.
Make this into a shaker card.
Yeah.
But you see, that looks nice with the red of the berries, with the Posca pens that you've got in the show.
We have indeed.
So add some berries. That picks up the red. Perfect card, I think.
Really
nice. Good. I've impressed myself. And then something that Barbara showed me this morning, which has just changed everything, game changer, are your wonderful, what do we call these? These are,
Stamp board
yes.
shapes.
So if I just turn this over like that, so you've got your stamp board shape, stamp
These are
directly onto
really
it.
nice. You can stamp directly onto them. They've got more rigidity than card does. So if you're doing like little coasters, baubles to
Yeah.
hang on the tree, even a mobile, these would look lovely as a mobile,
Absolutely.
wouldn't they?
And they come in different sizes, don't they, Paul?
We do. So on the show, if I bring in, we do a selection box. If I
Oh,
bring it,
a
like this
Christmas selection box.
So we've got the selection box. Let me just move that out of the way. We'll zoom out a little bit.
Do you want me to open this up?
You can open that
Yeah.
up, see what's inside. So you're going to get your hearts, your circles, your squares
Oh, wow.
in there as well. Okay. And you're going to get them in each of the shapes in 3 different sizes, and you're going to get 5 of each size.
Wow.
So that's 15, that's 60 pieces in that selection box.
And there is a variety, isn't there?
There is.
Coasters,
Yeah.
baubles, and layer them up, I guess.
Yeah, you can add dimension to them so you can create that matting and layering effect.
Perfect.
So if you're interested in those, that's your selection box, which gives you all your shapes. So that's item number 31037.
Lovely.
If you want to just go for hearts, then you can go for 60 of the hearts. So you'll get 20 of the different shapes.
Nice.
The shape.
Again, I would put one on top of the other and layer them up. Really, really nice.
So they're your hearts.
Okay.
Then triangles. So this could be bunting.
Yes.
So you could do that as well. And all of these stamps that we're sharing with you, especially the quirky quickies, would work great.
Oh, they really would.
Shapes.
And I also think some of the tiles would work really well on here as well.
Because you can off stamp them as well.
Yeah, and just do your pattern building and things.
Then we have our circles. Item number 31439.
Again, let me just bring that in, and it actually reminds me of going to Christmas mass. I don't know why, because of the bread, breaking the bread. But they are so wonderful to work with, and they take the inks really, really well.
They really do. It's a top quality stamp board.
That one is that one just there, you see.
And you can see that just again, the partial art.
Yes.
The stamp's larger.
Yeah.
But you've just partially stamped onto it.
Yeah.
And I love that you put the white Posca
Do you
pen
like
on
that?
there.
Yeah.
I'm
trying.
The illusion of a bauble.
Yeah, I give it a go. You know, I'm not the most perfect when it comes to doing things like that, but I give it a go. And I'm glad you noticed that, because it does work. And again, plain on one side, very easy to ink and stamp.
These could be little gift tags as well.
I think absolutely. Little hole in there with a hole punch and a ribbon.
Yeah.
They'll just look so wonderful. And I wonder if you glazed over that. That would look good as well.
You could put a clear, like a Versamark ink over it, and then clear embossing powder.
Yep.
And then it'd be, yeah. And then you could do a really old technique. Because it's stamp board, you can then, once it's set, you can then bend it slightly and it cracks.
Ooh.
And then you take an ink pad and you rub into it, and it's like a crackle.
Wow.
Absolute
game changer, these are. Right, let's take those ones away.
And then the final shape is your squares.
Perfect.
So if you want to go a little bit more, so this would be great because you could use the smaller ones to put on a card.
Yeah. And they'd also look good.
And layering.
Yeah, just a little bit of matte and layer, add a bit of colour around that. Or if you were to stamp that directly on there, I'd probably use the smaller one. It would be so effective. It really would. And then you could, what do you call it when you put 3 things together?
Triptych.
Yeah. If you had 3 of the same size on a canvas board,
and
they
would
would look amazing.
And you can cut these with your guillotine as well.
Can you?
They cut like butter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
game changer.
There we go. So there are the various different shapes and assortments available for you.
Should we do one?
Yeah, go on then.
Should we do one? Janice,
could you that camera focus? There we go.
Could you actually do one? I'm going to put a bit of white paper underneath. Would that be okay?
Or do you wanna, I'll tell you what, let's put a different colour
please.
underneath just to create the contrast.
Wonderful,
there we go.
Wonderful.
And I'm just looking for a ruler because we've been asked about the size of the stamps.
Okay.
But the ruler seems to have taken a walk.
I'd like to say 2.5 centimetres. Now, if I were to measure this in old-fashioned money, I was always told that between there and there was an inch. So that's 1. Don't take this as gospel. Paul's getting a ruler.
I'm trying to find the ruler. The ruler's
2,
disappeared.
I think it's about 1. Have you ever seen this before on Clarity TV, measuring with your thumb? 1, 2, I'd say 2.5. inches square.
Right, the only way I
2.5.
can do it is to grab the big guillotine.
Let's grab the guillotine. Let's get the size of these.
Because Barb's been in here and she's...
I think they're the perfect size to
Excuse
work
me.
with. Right. Let's
Okay.
lift this up.
So here we go. So we've got inches and centimeters.
Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if the
So,
rule
let's
of
have a
thumb
look.
works.
So it is about 2.5 inches.
There you go. Rule
Yeah.
of thumb.
There we go. Yeah, 2.5 inches square on that particular one.
There you go.
And then let's have a look. They're all roughly the same size.
They're all the
aren't they?
same. Yeah.
So about
Yeah.
2.5 inches.
Yeah.
There
All
we
the
go.
same size. Nice and compact, easy to use.
Super.
Okay. Right. So let's bring this back in. Let's get that central. And we're going to use one of the masks now. There are a couple of ways you can do this. You can hover over and bring that into where you think you need it,
Yeah.
like that. Now, I'm a bit OCD, so I'm going to turn that so it says masks to me. Now, that's not bad. That's quite central.
It is.
That's quite
very
central.
good.
I'm trying to get it nice and neat for you. And of course, the mask will hold it in place as well if we do that.
Yes.
The other way is to get the larger circle, put that down first where you want it,
and then put the outside
yeah, and then
around
take
it.
it off. Okay, so we've done that. We just want to put that in place. So what we're doing here is bringing in the colour. So I'm going to use... Now, I would love to learn the technique of drawing a bauble or a
Right.
bubble, you know,
Yes.
like a bubble, but I've not got time for that.
You know, you should have watched the shack this morning.
I should have done.
Yeah, Barb was doing baubles in the shack
Okay.
this morning.
So there's Barbara's way of doing it, and there's my way, which is just nice and simple and nice and quick. Now, take your time with your ink. I'm a bit bombastic with my crafting. I can't help it. It's just the way I am, and I just go for it. But if you've got time, you know, maybe use the brushes that you've got, which
Clarity's stencil brushes,
which are really nice and work really well with this. But because I'm aware it's live TV, I'll just use this.
Is it really?
Is it?
Are we right?
I think so. Well, we were at the start and I didn't even realise it myself. So I'm going around with blue, first of all, but I want to leave white in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to use Jazz the Fox. So I want a little bit of white in
like
there.
A halo.
Yeah. Almost like a shining light.
Yeah.
Now, any of the stamps on the show, and I can prove it if anybody wants me to, any of the stamps that we've got on the show, I'm looking over all the collections, we can turn into a Christmas bauble. We can make festive. We can make festive. So you can do this, and you can do this with the stamps that you've got at home. Now, if I take a bit more of that blue and just brush it in, and then this will give us that nice, crisp outline. And you take a bit more. Sometimes less is more, isn't it?
It is.
Sometimes less is more. And the nice thing about the masks is you can just come in like that.
It acts as a carrier sheet rather than go straight into your artwork, and then once it's down, it's down.
Yeah, I've made that mistake. So that's nice with the blue. And if anybody wants to know, that's Mermaid Lagoon.
Mermaid Lagoon, and that's an oxide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might have those available, actually.
Yeah, just check out the website for all of our ink pads.
I'll go for a seedless preserve, and I'll go for purple. Just make sure I'm using the right brush. Okay, so I'll get some of the... You can use, I guess you don't have to use oxides for this.
No, you could use all ordinary dye-based ink pads.
So I just want a bit of purple here, just like so. And if you're going a bit heavy-handed, just go back to the blue and blend it, and it will disappear. Not totally, but, you know, it won't have that
It takes
line.
off the brightness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we want to go for green. So I'll just check which one is green. I'm going for pine needles.
Quite appropriate.
Yeah.
The festive period.
I know. Who'd have thunk it? And then we'll just put a bit of green around here. I'll just get a little bit more and put a little bit of green around there. Not a lot, just a little
Just a
bit.
little.
Just a little. There you go. That's quite effective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably could do with some more blue around there. And I'm just going to be fussy and maybe put a little bit more blue on there. Just a tad. Just a tad. Just so, because that's the white bit. I don't really want the white bit anywhere else. Okay. That's quite effective, isn't it? Probably a bit more there. No, don't over fuss it. Don't overdo it. It's the worst thing you can do. So that's nice. We like that. Now,
Yeah.
we'll take Jazz the Fox, shall we?
Okay.
Let's take Jazz the Fox. So we'll get Jazz the Fox, and I'm going to use one of the Clarity mounts, which actually really impressed our Rosie at Hobby Maker the other day.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, he hasn't had the opportunity to work
No.
with Barb just yet.
Lots of people have their favourite, stamping platforms that they
Platforms?
use and
Yeah.
things like that. I can't get on with stamping platforms,
Okay.
so I use this, and I take it everywhere. And if I can't find it, the house gets turned upside down. So, a top tip, really, what I have done is put a little bit of masking tape on the side,
So you
just
can
down,
see
so I can
them
see it. Yeah.
because they're see-through
Oh, I'm forever saying, wherever put it, wherever put it.
and it's right there.
And you've got the grips at the side.
Yeah.
So, what I'll do is I'll link this up. So I'm going to go for some VersaFine Claire.
Okay.
You can use whatever you like, but we've all got our favourites, haven't we?
We have indeed.
We've
Yeah.
all got our favourites.
Barb's a Ranger girl.
Yeah. Now, sometimes I don't know whether I over ink or under ink, so I just give it quite a few taps. There you
Okay.
go.
It depends on your ink pad, doesn't it?
It
How
does.
juicy it is.
Yeah. Now, do we want a bit of the line in there? Do we not want the line? I want a little bit because I want to ground Jazz the Fox. So we'll put probably about there. There you go.
Okay.
But you can put this anywhere you like. But this is
Yeah.
the great thing about these. You can lift it up at the side, which puts pressure in there.
Mhm.
Lift it up at the side, which puts pressure there. And then just a little bit down. And then that should do it. Ta-da!
Look at that.
Did it, didn't
I'm
it?
going to come in really close to detail on this stamp. Let me just bring that in. Look, all the little speckles
Yeah.
in his fur. Her
Oh.
fur.
His or her or
His or
their.
her. Jazz.
In
Yeah.
there,
Jazz
in
can
their
be.
fur.
Yeah. But it's a lovely, elegant
Do you like
look.
it?
Yeah.
I love foxes. We have a fox come to our garden. We had 2 foxes. Have you ever heard foxes at night?
When they're talking to one another.
And they scream
Yeah.
like,
Babies crying.
Yeah, it's incredible. So let's peel it off because we're going to do something now because we have left that aura
Okay.
around the aura. So
Yeah.
we'll just peel this off. I'll get my extra nail. There you go. We'll just peel that off. See how crisp that
Look
is?
at that.
Isn't that lovely?
That's so, and it really is. I mean, those lovely moon masks really do work perfectly. Whether
Yeah.
you're using a stamp board, whether you're using a piece of 3.5 by 3.5 card.
They work so well.
Yeah.
I won't go anywhere without them. I love them. I really do. So we need to we could leave it like that.
Yeah.
If we were going to leave it like that, we'd probably make sure that we had exactly the same width going around the outside, but it's handmade, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a stamp from Bird Snapshots.
Oh, right. So that's from Bird Snapshots. Was that one of the standalone ones?
I think.
Or was it from set 1?
It might have been set 2. It wasn't set 1. Was it set 2? Out and About set 2?
Yes.
Yeah. So Bird Snapshots, because there is a stamp in there which is actually a plant from my home.
That's right.
And it was a shadow on the wall. So let's just bring this in. So here it is. These are wonderful. I love these. And I did have...
These were taken from original photographs, weren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Was it these little bits here?
Yeah.
There we go.
You know, I was telling you could turn any stamp into a bauble. There you go. Turn them into the 3 kings. So I put little...
And you do little crowns?
Yeah, put little crowns on the top. And this is the stamp that we're going to use around the outside because it brings foliage in.
I wondered where that had come from.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I can't see any foliage.
I did the same for Millie. I did the same for One Flight at a Time. So that goes to show that any stamp, any image works on a bauble. So this is Bird Snapshots. And I really, really love this set because they're little stamps that you can add that look so effective. So this one was a plant in my home, and this is what I'm going to use. Also, if you were to take that plant, and if you were to stamp it once, then stamp it twice, stamp it there.
Yeah.
Corners or a nice round
Lovely.
wreath.
Yeah.
Something like that, which is good. So that's what we're going to use now. Now, the question is, and let's bring this in. I don't know if you guys can help us with the decision on this, or you can, Paul. I know what I think, but what do you think? Should we go for black or shall we go for green?
Green.
I think so. Black's nice, but I think the green brings
Makes
it in.
it more festive.
Yeah, I think so too. So let's do that. So we're still using the stamp board. and it shows you just how good this stamp board is. Now, because I've got the oxide out, I'm going to use the oxide. You could use a dye-based ink or anything else. And we're just going to randomly put this around the edge. So and it doesn't matter if we're going to go over the part in the middle, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't stamp out too well, because we're building this up and we can have as much or as little as we like. And if we don't stamp hard enough, that's okay. It doesn't matter, because if we've got a little bit there, we could just go over the top bit and that makes that disappear. And if we wanted to add another one there, we can.
It's a reef, isn't it? So it's not going to be exact, so to speak.
It's giving the it's giving the impression of like a pine tree.
Yes.
Which is just giving me another idea, actually. Let's pop that there. I'm going to go. That's me not pressing down hard enough. There you go. Let's just put another one there. You can do this as much or as little as you like.
You could do that in different colours as well. Different shades of green.
Actually, that's a really good idea. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? I've just wiped that stamp, so I'll just wipe the colour off. But we're going to do something else to it.
Okay.
We're going to do something else to it to make it look fuller. Okay, so we'll put that stamp back there. Posca pens.
Yes, we have these on
Green
the
and
show.
red
We've just recently took delivery of the green. I'll just bring that in.
I love Posca pens.
So we've got the green. This is the fine one, item number 31937. Then we've got the red back in stock, item number 31932, and the ever popular white 31719.
You cannot go anywhere without a white Posca pen.
Barb loves
Full stop.
The sort of the whiteness of them with the acrylic paint.
Beautiful, beautiful. So let's use some of these now, shall we? Let's start off with the red. Let's just make sure, beautiful, we're done. And we're going to put some berries on. Now, we don't have to do these in sets of 3 like we were traditionally told at school. You can put them anywhere, or you can do them in sets of 3. Let's do a set of 3 there. So you can see them in a set of 3, or you can actually just put a little bit of space between them, because we've just given the impression that this is like a holly tree.
Transforms it all instantly.
Now, I was thinking we could, if we had a brown Posca pen, we could do some pine cones, because this is not like holly, it's more pine.
It is, yes.
And I know berries don't grow on pine trees, but that's just between you and me.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, don't tell anyone else. They'll never know. They'll never know. Okay, let's just pop that on there. Let's pop that there. Okay, so you can look at that and you think, have I got enough? There's a little bit there that's quite white, so we'll just add some red to that. But we want to use the white, don't we? So again, let's just go in and make sure this is working, which it is. And you can either get some acrylic paint, I'll just give this a shake, and use a brush and
to splatter
if you want to. Or, and you might just need to go over this a couple of times because of the ink below probably not being dry as much as we want it to be. But we can just go over this and we can just put some round dots as if it's snow. So just randomly put that on there. You don't want to be too prominent.
And when it dries, it will dry brighter anyway, won't it?
Yeah, it does. We just want to just pop those around. And we can, if we want to, we've got the opportunity now maybe just to make tail a little bit whiter, just to make it stand out a little bit. You can see we're just going over that ink. You always need to make sure that your ink is nice and dry. So if we'd have got a hair dryer, a dryer on this, you know, it'd be going on a little bit better. We can just add a little bit of white in the middle there if we want to, not too much, because I like the colours coming in behind it. And I think if you do it too white, it might, there you go, it might take away that effect. But just giving a little bit of white on there just highlights it a little bit. Let's just put that a few times, just put that there. Okay, and then you can let that dry. Nice. But I think that's really nice and effective. If you wanted to put like a black outline to that, you can do. You could put that on a card, put a hole in the top, put some ribbon, attach the ribbon to the back, and then you're gifting a bauble, and they can and somebody can hang that on the tree. Now, I know you guys at home will do an absolutely amazing job, But that's me. That's how I do it.
That's
But it's an
really,
idea, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, I think it's nice that you've got whether you go down the stamp board road, especially because you've got the firmness to it. So it's
Yes.
perfect for the bauble type deck.
Absolutely.
And because you've got it in the 3 different sizes as well. I mean, I really do love, if we have a look on here, I'll zoom out a little bit.
There you go.
You can see the different sizes.
Yeah.
So whether you go onto your 3.5 by 3.5 card and just leave it as a lovely topper.
Yep.
That's been die cut using the nested circles.
Yeah, which is nice.
This smaller one is using the
stamp board.
smaller stamp board, and then the medium size one as well.
So one could be a card, one could be a tag, one could be a bauble for somebody. And don't forget, you know, just put in a flash of red under there. I think really works with the blue, doesn't it? And the purple.
Yeah. Let's come in a little bit closer. So it just draws out that colour.
And with that white, I don't feel like I need to do anything with it. So we used the mask to create the area, and then we used just a little bit larger die because we wanted that white halo going around, which I think against that red looks really good. Or we could take a little Santa peg and pop that on there.
Very nice.
And then you could just pop that onto a tree, or maybe put that onto the top of a bag.
Yeah,
if you're
garland.
gifting,
you could make a garland out of it, couldn't you?
You could put like little lights around it as well. But they look really nice. We've got a little tree, tiny little thing, tabletop tree. And I clipped a load of these. Sound right, Commodore now. Sorry. Sound right, Lester. I put on quite a few of these onto the tree, and they look really good.
Tree.
Yeah, and they look really good. So you know, just something like that. It's something different. It takes it into, you know, because we're feeling Christmassy.
Yes.
It just goes to show that we could use this as Christmas. We could also quite easily turn it into any season.
Yeah. I think it's really nice. I think when you look at this collection of designs from Janice, the quirky quickies, Christmas hadn't even crossed my mind.
No.
I mean, we were talking yesterday during our 3 to 5 show. Barb's doing the 100-day countdown to Christmas.
Yes.
And when Barb started it, when it was 100 days.
Yes.
Oh, I've got ages and ages, and now it's like 18 days to go.
Crikey, 100 days ago. When would that be?
It was
3
months. 3 months ago. Yeah, so it was a 100-day countdown.
Wow.
And Barb's been blogging every single day.
Yeah.
And now it's getting 18 days, 17 days. And you're thinking, oh, it's just around the corner.
Next week, it'll be the 20th, will it not? Something like
Roughly,
that.
about
Roughly.
that. Yep. This Friday's the 12th.
The 20th. Roughly.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, it will, and it'll be on us before we know it. Before we know it. Yeah. But just a nice way of sitting down, making those cards that perhaps you've forgotten, because I know as crafters you're very well organised. You've probably made all your cards back in June. But this is just a nice way to sit down with grandkids, sit down with yourself, and just do it for you. You might not want to give these away, but it's something for you.
It's also nice. I mean, I know while people have got sort of Christmas in their heads,
yes,
that they start making Christmas cards for next year as well.
Yeah, it could be.
Then I know many people they say, right, I'm going to do 5 Christmas cards every month. So to have something like this that you can use throughout the year,
yes,
but then also theme it for Christmas. I mean, these quirky little houses. I mean, it's just. Let me just find them. Hang on. It's the quirky little houses, perfect for Christmas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
On the overhead.
I mean, you could as one of the one of the samples. Let me show you that. You could put some bunting from Jenny Bunting. Bunting just leads it to a festive style card. It could be a party. It could be a summer party. It could be a new home. It could be Christmas time. You know, you could turn these trees. Let me grab this one, as I did again on the stamp board, and I've just coloured the tree with the Posca pens in green and red to make it look like a holly tree. So, you know, there are various different ways that you can use that.
It's just trying to focus.
There you go. Let's pop that there and you'll be able to see that. So that's turning the quirky houses now into a Christmas theme, just with the tree.
Yes.
Nothing to do with the houses, but if you had some white paste, you could put some snow along the bottom. You could use your Posca pens and you could go along the top here and it could be a little bit of snow on the roof, for example. You could dome it up if you wanted to and make it look like you've got snow on top of the
On the top of
houses.
the roof, yeah.
So there's so many different ways that you can make that look more festive, or just a really nice simple one. And this could be a card saying from our home to yours, or to a
Yeah.
neighbour, for example, you know, the people on your street.
Lovely. Okie dokie. So what would you like to do next, Janice? Do you want to have a look at the other tile collection?
I'll
With
do
those
it.
lovely trees with the
Yeah, we
stencils?
can. I shall do
Yeah.
anything you like.
Okay.
Okay, right. Oh, hello. Right. Okay, let's go for. Let's just do something very simple with the. You pick one. It could be trees. It could be apples. It could be pears.
Oh,
I like
apples
that
and
on
pears.
the. Oh, I like that on the white. I'll just put that.
Oh.
Sorry, that looks really nice on the white there. Anyway, you choose a tile and a stencil, and I'll just do something.
Okay, so what we'll do first, so we just have a look at the stamps in detail,
Yeah,
because we've got
okay.
the mega bundle,
Yes.
where you're going to get the stamps and also the stencils.
Right. So if I start with this, I've got something to show you. It's on a board. Can I bring that in, Paul,
Yeah, do you
on
want
the
to
overhead?
do that on
Yeah.
the overhead?
Shall we?
Go on then.
Because it's this stamp in particular that I want to draw your eye into. So
Okay.
we've got the reason why I drew these, a couple of reasons. I really like retro, like 70s, 60s.
Yeah.
And my mum used to go around cleaning houses when we were a kid. And I used to go with her because I didn't want to go to play school. You know, I was a bit of a mummy's girl, and I didn't want to go to play school because I was really shy, believe it or not. So my mum used to take me around to all these posh houses.
Yeah.
I used to love it. And there'd always be like these wood-turned apples and pears that, you know, the wood effect.
I know what you mean, yes.
Yeah. So that's kind of where this came from with the design. So I added trees and leaves, and you'll see this as we go through. But we've also got this one here. So if I bring this board in, ta-da, that is made from that particular
One stamp.
Yeah, let me bring this back out so you can see that. So it's this stamp or this stamp that you can use to create like an Aztec style
It's like a
tile, mosaic, or what it reminds me of is like the Polynesian, like the tiki in New Zealand. And I used to live in New Zealand, so maybe back in my head when I was designing this, it could have been the inspiration. But I just thought that works really well with a little gap in between or not.
Yes.
With a gap in between or not. But this is quite a nice board to show you some of the other designs that we've got. But I'll take this away.
Okay.
And just go back through the stamps. So that is the tree.
Yeah.
Tree tiles. Again, you've got the positive and you've got the negative.
So should we look at the stamp boards first?
And then samples.
And then have a look at some artwork.
I love this one.
The
I love,
leaves.
especially in the negative. When that's stamped out, the crisp, there's something about that one where the white in the negative, if you're using white paper, remember, if you're using this as a negative, it will show any paper underneath. It could be red, orange, purple, green. There's something about it that makes it look so crisp and effective. So again, you've got the pattern-esque style tiles. Nature is amazing, and so are you. Enjoy the little things in life. You've got to have butterflies, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So these are
all
lovely.
About nature, isn't it?
Yeah, transformation brings the most beautiful colours and sent with love. So a nice simple one. These are really nice. I actually put two of these side by side and made two eyes.
Oh, yes, I can see that.
Like a little animal.
Yeah.
But you could colour these. It could be a rainbow, for example. So again, that's really nice. Then we have got the pear tiles. Together, we can do anything and have an amazing day. So you've got those lovely pear tiles there, again, with that wood effect, that kind of wood turning effect.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, that sort of real beautiful engraving.
Yeah. Reminds me of the Good Life as well. I used to love that. And here's your apple. Be the best apple in the cart.
Nice.
And congratulations.
Super.
So there you go. So should we show some?
Yeah, then you've got
stencils?
the stencils. So if you want the stencils,
now,
and then
if you pass me back the apple one.
Yeah.
Let's just show you what the design concept behind these are.
Okay.
So you've got these evenly placed. So you can do a
Yes.
really nice, simple, easy background.
Okay.
But the little stamp in each set fits that perfectly. And let me show you what I mean by that. So here's a stencil, evenly placed, so you can have a background. But when you take this stamp, it fits on it perfectly. So you can make a really nice pattern with it. And we'll look at how we can do that. So you can use it like that if you want to. And you've also got the positive and negative in the stamps. So that's using the tree one. So you can start, I mean, that would
That's
be
nice.
like a nice little checkered board or something.
Yeah.
So you can have a really good play with these and do lots and lots of different things. So bear in mind though, when you're using something like the apple with the techniques that we're going to show you, sometimes with a stencil, there's two sides, the apple leaf and the apple leaf has got to go the right way.
Yeah.
So that was the reason behind the designing of these. So that's your apple.
Okay.
Those are your trees. Kind of looks like playing cards, doesn't it?
Like the clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got the beautiful butterflies. Again, and when you're using these, how about just using the outside and that's a frame?
Yes.
How about just using the inside and that's a frame? So think about
you can
that.
mask them off, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trees, the leaves, turn them upside down, lemons.
Ah.
And when life gives you lemons,
turn them upside down, you got leaves.
Turn them upside down, you've got leaves.
Nice.
And then you got,
pairs.
oh, lovely. I love a good pair. And they're nice. There you go. So those are the stencils.
And did you want to show those little display boards?
So what we've got here, we've got the stamps for the trees, but these are the different patterns you can build from these stamps here. So this is if you're going for any individual ones, do think about this because that builds that great pattern.
That's it. Make a lovely bookmark, wouldn't it?
Bookmark, ribbon, stamp them on ribbon.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, if I turn it that way, you could just have the one going along.
Yes.
And then that would make a really
like
good
a bow, doesn't it?
Yeah, a bow or a pattern on a ribbon. And then these are just going into.
So that's just the stencils, isn't it?
Have you got? Oh, sorry. Do you know why? Oh no, there's not another. I think there's another one.
No, I think there was only one.
Oh, okay.
Or is it stuck together?
Might be stuck together.
No.
Oh well, we'll go on to the. We'll find it somewhere. That's probably my fault. It's probably at home.
Yeah, this is all just stuck together.
Yeah. So these are the stencils. Again, regular normal stencil. Add a bit of grunge to it, and we'll do that in a moment. Regular normal stencil. Add a bit of grunge to it, and it's really easy to do. So if you've ever wanted to get into like messy crafting or just doing something a little bit different, you can do. And when you add the stamp to it, it looks different again.
It does, doesn't it?
So you can have it just a normal background. You could just have one row of them.
Yeah.
You could have where's that? Wonder if that would. You could have it as a background going around the outside.
To do the frame.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or add that stamp. And then it just changes it again completely.
I like using the two different colours of this.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then you've got the butterfly. Let's bring in a few samples because we can do these in a demo. But just to show you again, changing it, making it grungy, adding the stamp over the top, which really brings them forward. So I did quite a few of these. You can see
you got carried away, didn't you?
Did get carried away, but I love the process.
Yeah.
Because you can be grungy, you can be messy. It can be very, very effective as well.
Or you can be crisp and clean.
Or you could be crisp and clean. So that's the beauty of these. So that's your butterfly. That's the apples. I thought was quite good with the red in the background, and those are your stencils.
Super duper. And then there's so much artwork.
Oh gosh, yes. Let's show you some of these because. And I've also got that board as well. Okay, I'm just going to pop that to one side and I'll bring them in separately because they deserve their own. Ta-da!
There we go.
There you go. Great tag again, using the stamp itself, the positive, and also using the stencil underneath, which is cool. Look at this one, isn't that nice? That one has been embossed.
That's nice. I like that. That's sort of the two-tone effect, and I can see what you're saying about the white. I'm going to come in really close on that white leaf on the background.
It's so crisp
because this is where the detail of the stamp.
Isn't that lovely?
Sometimes when a stamp is very detailed and you try and heat emboss it, if you haven't got the right heat embossing powder, that would have just become a solid white leaf.
Yeah.
And I think it really shows the quality not only of the embossing powder but the stamp as well.
What a beautiful background.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Wrapping paper, backgrounds. Again, a beautiful leaf. And colour, although it looks like is it skeleton or skellington?
Skeleton.
Yeah, one of those. Leaf. It could be a leaf for all seasons by the colour in which you stamp it.
Yes.
which is
And you
nice.
can colour them in. These would be lovely to colour
Yeah,
in.
absolutely. Here we go. This is a lovely sample. I'll hand you those, Paul. Little box here with the little butterflies inside. Look at that. Transformation brings most beautiful colours.
That's nice.
Isn't that
Olivia.
lovely?
Yeah.
So again, individual stamping, cutting them out, and then using the stamps and the stencils, and then just putting those colours
Like a
going.
little
And it's
matchbox,
by
isn't
Glynis.
it?
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
really good. Tags are the call of the day. Look at this.
Mini makes.
Mini makes.
Perfect.
Using the stamps. Remember the one that looked like a rainbow or a fingerprint?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So this is all using the stamps that we have available. There you go. Again, very effective with the little dots in the background. Little notelets. I mean, how about that? So simple and easy to do. That using a bit of masking tape, and you've got a little notelet. I've got some more here, like a little theme to show you. Ah, here we go. Yeah, let's show you. Then it's like a little theme. So you've got that one there. You could have the pears. And
That's clever, turning the pears into flowers.
Just use a little marker pen to go around that, little micron pen, which is nice. So again, you could have these as little notelets. You could do them in different ways. You've got the apple there. Imagine putting these in a little box and then gifting those as
They'd be great, especially like for the new year, little thank you cards.
Perfect. And then that one could be like a Christmassy card, or it could be like the new year.
I like using the 3 little trees, just staggered like that.
Just nice. Maybe we could do this in a demo, because it's quite a nice way of doing the background there, and a different way of just getting that. So maybe we'll do that as a demo and have a look. These are fun and they're easy and they just look great. And then you can just put them in a little box.
A little bit of ribbon around them.
Yeah. Congratulations. So again, you know, how are you going to use apples and pears? Well, you could say congratulations. You could use one of the previous stamps. I believe that's from Sentiments.
Right. Okay.
I believe that's from Sentiments. Is that there?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I
from
see.
the sentiment. This is a lovely set of sentiment stamps.
So that's whoop whoop, but it's whoop 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 whoop. So it's been used on repeat. So again, you've got your sentiments there that you can go to.
And this is the same typeface, the font, isn't it? That carries on the timestamp. Yeah. So this set of A6 stamps, the item number for that is 12171.
It's just a nice way of using these alongside the sentiments that you have on stamps. So that's that one there. Let me show you this sample. This is amazing.
Oh, wow.
Stamping on fabric and stitching. Look how effective this is. And then just opening this up. What a wonderful book. Stamping on the ribbon itself. Using the stencils in the background. Isn't this wonderful?
It's like a little brag book, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the stencils in the background on layered paper. Building the patterns again. Beautiful with the embossing powder. It's just something a little bit different.
Maybe a little bit of mixed media-y.
Yeah. You could spend time doing this over the year. This is by Jenny, as you can see there.
You could do like a page a month, couldn't you?
Yes. And the stitching is wonderful.
Lovely.
A little bit of satin stitch or something like that.
Nice.
So lots of different things that you can do and you can use. You can make it complicated. You could make it simple. Don't forget the envelopes.
Oh, yes, that's nice.
Decorate the envelopes, which is always nice. And then I've got the board as well. Can I bring this up?
Yeah, let's zoom out for the board.
Yeah, look at this. Woo.
I'm just going to move that now.
Okay.
So we don't disconnect.
I shall be like the panning
so
camera.
So if I do come into this one here, we can see
Yeah,
those
I'm just trying to, there you go,
go.
Line that up. Isn't this clever? You've got all the apples using something that looks very similar. Notice.
Oh, the moon mask as a fruit bowl.
Very good, very good.
Yes.
So that's really nice. And using the pattern at the top, which is cool. I'll just move this along. You've got the butterflies there.
Yeah.
Which again, using the pattern. Very clever. Look at the pears. That is very 70s, isn't it? Very 60s, very 70s.
Old-fashioned wallpaper.
Yeah, you could do this with the butterflies. You could do it with anything. Again, using the masks with the circle just to build that pattern. I didn't have a die cutting machine, so I cut this out with a pair of scissors and just feathered it around the edge.
Nice.
Use the background, the pears, to build up. Very
subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Then you've got a nice inky, grungy background, which is nice. I'll bring that over there. So this one, I just use the trees in the background with a bit of water spritzing and then just stamped out the negative of each of those stamps and put them on a little card, which I thought was quite nice.
Yeah.
This one, look how easy that is.
It's quite arty, that one, isn't it? Is it like a marker pen?
Yeah, splash of colour and off you go.
Nice.
Nice and easy. Then if I move this here, you've got the apples with a bit of apple vine on. Love this background. Isn't that clever? Again,
You
something
could do that with the Hills and Mountains mask.
absolutely, most definitely. And then you've got the butterflies there, and then you've got that pattern right there.
Nice.
So lots and lots of different ways
There
of
is,
using this.
and that's all from that one stamp set.
Yeah.
That collection of
Yeah.
stamps.
So let's move that out of the way, and let's pop those over there. So let's do some of the, should we do this?
Yeah, shall
Let's
we?
do that. Let's do that, and then we can do something that's grungy and messy as well.
Okay.
Right. So for this, I will need the tree stamps, which I do have. I've got them all out here. You'll notice I start to get really messy. I'm such a
This is
messy crafter.
tidy.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Are you at home? Are you a messy crafter,
Yeah.
or do you craft at home, Paul? I know you do it for a living.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do.
Let's
But
pop those
yeah,
there.
no, I'm very messy.
Do you know what? I know I've used the trees there, but you can see that one. So I'm going to use the leaves instead. I'm going to do something a bit different. Same, but use the leaves, just so you can
Okay.
see something a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pop that there. Don't lose your pair. Right, now, which size cardstock did I use for this one? I think. Let's see. Let me just come round here. I mean, you can use any, but I've probably not. Oh, was it? Maybe this one. Fold in half. Fold in half. Let me just. It was about that size.
Yeah.
It was about that size. Have you got?
About that size. I
About
think
that
that might be our. Is it that size?
I think it was. May I have a piece of that?
Of course you can. This is
I
our 6
thank you.
by 4.5 inch
That's the one I'm
stencil
looking
card.
for. Which
This
is,
used to be a full pack,
did it?
and Bob.
Step by step, you've taken some. I'm just trying to find my bone folder, which I have probably taken out and left somewhere. I'll tell you what, I'll use that one.
So this is using our stencil card there, item number 31720.
Another necessity. Don't go anywhere without it. Right. I know I
Do you
should
want to
be.
use the scoreboard?
Oh, thank you very much. Leicester City 1, Derby County 0.
So we're in inches, aren't we?
Okay.
So let's just do that there. So 6 inches. So
Yep.
if you want to just go straight down.
Is that
there.
what? I have no idea. One thing I'm not very good at is measurements and I don't even do this straight half the time. I'm terrible.
That's it. That's fine.
There,
Then if you
okay.
turn it over
Yep.
and you do it on both sides,
Right. Is that
you get a nice clean
Crisp
fold
line.
then.
actually that's a good hit. You've left a little bit of a gap there. That's better because normally if I do that, I can't see.
Yeah.
So yeah, leave a gap. There you go. You learn every day.
There you go.
Perfect.
Super.
Superb.
Teamwork.
Right, teamwork makes the dream work. Right, so that's the area that we're going to work on.
Yeah.
So I shall leave it like that. But what I'm going to do, I want a little edge going around it. So I'm going to, by eye,
Just using our low tack tape.
yeah. So you can see the line that we've got. So I'm going to try and get the same line going around the outside, around the outside. Because I think sometimes when that's probably using too much tape. I know. Don't be the
It's very
tape
good
police.
value tape.
Oh,
you can get 4 rolls of it for item number is 31212, or just 1 roll 31211, and it's a proper low tack tape.
I bought 20.
How many you got left?
I've got about 2. I've been using them a lot throughout the year, and also for my make and takes as well, because it's perfect. It doesn't take the card off.
No.
It does what it says. So again, it's another essential that I'm constantly trying to find my tape at home. Right, so that's going to give us a nice white line around the outside.
Yeah.
It might not be the same size all the way around the outside, but we're not going to worry too much about that. Let's get hold of the masks now. The snippability in these is what makes them, because all we have to do now is just pull that off. You can see, and we can use that. Now I want to use the middle one first. That's what I want to do. Do I? Yes, I do, because I want to do the sky first.
Okay.
So let me just take that out.
So
Now-
these are our hills and mountains mask, which you'll find on the website.
Now, something I learned, you could have them like that. You
can
don't
indeed.
have to have them straight across, do you?
No.
But I'm going to have them straight across. And I'm
Okay.
going to use it probably about, you just got to think about how much sky and how much hill you want, really. What you want to be most effective on the card. Probably, should I have it that way? I'm so indecisive. Big hill, little hill. Well, sometimes when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking I want the sun in there. So maybe that will be effective, because then I'm going to get a moon or a sun, and that could frame it quite well. You see where it dips?
Yes.
I just got no nails. There you go. Let me just see that dip.
Yeah.
So that works
Sits
really well.
perfectly,
Sits
yes.
perfectly. Yeah. So think about your composition. Right, skywoods. Let's see. Let's get something a little bit different. Let's go for some shaded lilac and one lipstick. And then, because I'm not quite sure, I'll take some stormy sky. Okay. I'm also going to need a water spray.
Okay.
And actually, no. I'll tell you what you can use for this. You can use water, or you can use an alcoholic wipe. Not an alcoholic,
right.
not an alcoholic wipe. That sounds wrong. An alcohol wipe.
An alcohol wipe.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've got some here, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
So, something that you probably use anyway, as long as it's biodegradable. So let's do that, just for something a little bit different. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So we're going to put some sky down, and there's no rules to doing sky at all. So
As long as it's in the top.
as long as it's at the top, yeah. So let's put a bit of pink there. And again, we'll just be subtle, because we might not like it. But I'm just going to put a bit of pink there. So when you look at clouds, they're all different. When the sky is being fantastic, it's all different colours.
It is.
Sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's blue, a lot of the time it's grey, black.
This time of year it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Now I look at that and I think I've put too much on there, but that's okay, because what we're going to do rectifies that.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes. So we'll put a bit more on. Okay. So that's the pink.
Yeah.
Shall we use a bit of stormy sky?
So that was one lipstick.
That's one lipstick. Story of my life. You know me, I'm always after my lipstick. We'll put a bit of blue on. And you can see now it kind of looks like a winter sky, because wintry skies do have sort of purple and blue coming in. So, I've put a little bit too much on there, but that's okay. I actually want a bit more on there.
Okay.
So there you go. So let's do that. And then, whilst it's still a little bit wet,
Mhm.
either a wet sponge or
Yeah.
it's like an alcohol wipe, and just screw it up like that. Screw it up like that. And then just place it on there to lift some of the ink.
So it doesn't have to be an alcohol. It could be a baby wipe or a.
And then-
let me come in on this.
You make, just like clouds would be, very natural, but very sort of, what's the word? Not eerie, but just
Ethereal.
ethereal. Yeah, I would never draw clouds like that. So I've left it up to the wipe
Yes.
to create that image. Now, you can just use water, and water will do the same.
Yeah.
But I often find using something like this just gives it just makes it look a little bit
A
different.
little bit motley.
Yeah, motley. I bet you never used to have mottled legs. Did guys have mottled legs? Because it was only me and my sister that ever had mottled legs when we used to sit in front of the fire after we'd been out in the cold.
Mottled legs.
Do you know what a mottled leg is?
No.
Do you know what a mottled leg is?
Mottled leg.
Please, somebody, have we got anyone in the chat? What's a
Grace is in the room, so she'll tell us.
mottled legs? It was when you'd go out in the cold,
Yeah.
and then you'd come back and sit by a fire. And bear in mind, in them days, you had one bar of the fire each,
Yep.
if you were lucky. And then your legs would go like a motley. They'd be like red and blotchy.
I suppose where they're sort of defrosting.
So weren't that cold? But Mum wasn't that cruel.
Grace doesn't. Grace is even younger than me, so she's not going to know. And we're similar ages, Janice and I. But
Get out there in the cold, Janice, and don't come back until you're frozen solid. My Mum wasn't that bad.
I thought it was,
Although we
if
did have cold
But
winters,
if you've
didn't
been
we?
out in the cold and then you come into the fire, then obviously you're sort of
True.
defrosting, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. So,
maybe that creates a mottling.
mottled legs.
Mottled legs.
Mottled legs. Right, okay.
to the
so
sky.
back to the sky. Let's take that sun off. It's nice actually because the clouds have gone over the sun a little bit.
Yeah.
So use normal water
Mm-hmm.
or this to make it
Yeah.
a little bit different. So what we'll do is we'll take this off now. Here we go. So don't want it taken off that. If you use water, sometimes just be careful because if your masks,
If you've gone too,
yeah,
like when Barb spritzes, it goes 1, 2, 3, and then it goes 4, 5, 6.
yeah,
It's
I'm-
knowing
when to stop.
stop.
Yeah, I sometimes spray too much. What you have to remember is these oxides take a few seconds to react.
Mm-hmm.
So only spray them a little bit and then add a little bit more if you want to.
And then
So
yeah.
that looks quite nice as a background.
Yes.
If I pull this down here, see how nice and crisp that edge is, but we've lost it down here, haven't we?
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get one of my favorite ink pads, and that's Lost Shadow.
Lost Shadow.
Oh, I love this.
Sounds like a film.
It does, doesn't it? Now I just want to make sure that, because you want the lightest brush you've got, make sure you've got nothing on it. So it's so gentle, but there's a reason why I'm going to use this before I stamp anything on. Okay. I'm just going to come in from the sides. I'm not even going to mask off, because normally I'd mask off.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to come in on the edge because you can't really tell that's covering the white area, can
No.
you? Which is what I want. But if I move this back, can you see now that line
Just yes. Yeah.
starts to appear? So what we'll do is we'll just add a little bit more. We'll just come in from the sides. So it's just being subtle to the actual overall feel, but you can see that edge. If you can come in a little bit.
Closer. Going to focus. Yes, you can just see that.
You can just see that.
Yeah.
But it's a lot clearer than it comes across on camera.
Yeah.
So that's why you could use wilted violet. Wilted, yes.
There's a wilted violet.
Yeah. But I'm just using this. I use this for the moon as well. So it's so subtle, but it just gives you that line.
I suppose it just takes away the brightness of the white, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You can go over that if you want to, all of it. You could also use the masks. I've done this before. If I grab a mask, and you can actually put contours then.
Yes.
And make the hills. All right, I thought I was doing something new there, Paul.
No, when we looked at that card earlier that had that lovely, really sort of funky backgrounds, and I said to you, oh, you could probably do that with the hills and the mountains mask.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you would do. You just keep moving it down, and
so you can keep checking. I'll just put a little bit more there. I don't want to go over the top, but I just want to give that. So now we'll get to the stamping, and we'll take the leaves, and we'll take the single leaf, and we'll take the positive. Now I'm going to use my stamping mount, but of course you've got the smaller ones.
We do indeed.
Which are really handy
see if I can find
for smaller stamps. You can do, because the smaller mounts work really well when you're using stamps like this for precision. But I'll just use this anyway, just while Paul's around the back.
We've got a little 4x4.
Oh!
Or we've got one of our little mini mounts.
Oh! Now then, you have. Shall we use let's use it.
You.
Let's try it with the mini mount.
Try it first on a scrap.
Yeah.
So you can get comfortable
so you can get used to it. So I'll position that on there. Position that down there. These are nice because you can take these to the ink pad rather than the ink pad to it. But then I always get a mess. Right, let's
a little bit. Here we go. As a scrap.
Scrap paper.
So practice on there. So you hover with the handle and you press exactly where you're pressing on the base.
Perfect. Look at that.
That's it.
We'll have that. We'll have that. How do you know when you've put too much ink on or not enough? I know
There isn't really. I mean,
there's not, is there?
you get to know your ink pads, and I mean that particular. I know the VersaFine Eclair can be quite juicy, and they take a while to dry.
Yeah.
And it just Barbara always goes. It's like when you're stamping for the first time when you did that first leaf.
Yeah.
One for test, one for best. So you've tested it on a scrap of card,
Yeah.
so that you can feel how much ink is on the stamp.
Yeah.
That's lovely though.
Isn't that
Absolutely
nice?
beautiful.
Again, turn that the other way. You've got like little pods, which could
Yes.
be lemons or seed pods,
Yeah.
maybe. You know, it is what you see. But that's nice. And then we'll go for. We could have festive greetings, which is a sentiment on the quirky birds from Tiles Part 1,
Right.
if you wanted to, or you could go for one of the sentiments.
I like the quirky birds.
Shall we? Should we get that then? Let's get the quirky. It's on the quirky birds.
So this
And
is your quirky
Yeah.
bird.
Now I love this little quirky bird. He did start off a little bit bigger, but when I showed Jane the 2 drawings, she
Mhm.
was like, "Go for that one. It's cuter." So I did. Otherwise, I'd never hear the last of it. No, I'm only kidding. But you can make this bit red, so it turns into a robin.
Of course.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's why I put festive greetings randomly on this. So you can do that. Now, I am going to find my stamp for festive greetings. If you just look at that.
Should we
for
have a
moment.
look at that one? So
Look
if
at
you're
that pretty.
interested in the quirky bird, the item number for that is 12210, and that is part of the Tiles collection. So let me just bring those details up. That is Tiles set 1, I believe.
It is, yes.
Set 1.
Tiles
There we go.
set 1.
So on the screen, item number 12211. So it's the Timestamp Creations by Janice Phillips Tile Set 1 A6 stamp collection. You have a £6 saving. Plus
I've got
the
them.
club discount as well.
I know. Excuse me. I know I had it somewhere. She says, don't.
Somewhere
Please,
safe.
somewhere safe. Don't leave your quirky birds at home. Where are they? Here they are. Here they are. It's my quirky birds. Yeah. Oh, and then isn't it always the same when you keep your stamps in bags and things like that? The one stamp you need has fallen off and gone somewhere else. Here we go. This is what I said about the fact I don't prep. For this, I am going to use this little tiny mini mount.
Yeah, the 4x4
The
Mega
4x4. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know you had these.
Yeah.
I like these.
We go down. Yeah.
I mean, I love. I mean, this goes everywhere with me.
Yeah.
I won't stamp with anything else because I'm used to it. You know, when you
Yes.
get something that you
You
feel
do.
comfortable
And
with.
it's great because you've got the grid lines on there. You can use
Yeah.
it for positioning.
Oh,
as
it's
well.
perfect. And those grips.
Yes.
You know, especially when you're hovering over something.
And you've got quite dainty little hands as
Have
well.
I?
So it's...
I've got sausage fingers, mate. Do you know somebody wrote an article once about me and someone else who, when we were on Ideal World Shopping Television, and they said that I had sausage fingers, and I've never let that go.
Oh no!
Yeah, that tech guest with her sausage fingers.
Goodness me, that's
I
not
know.
very nice, is it?
How rude!
Yeah.
How rude. Anyway, as long as they're vegan sausage fingers, I don't care. Now, I never know really where to put the sentiment. High, low, cut it out on a piece of paper, elevate it. But I think that looks quite nice.
That works?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. We could add something to the trees if we want to. We could add some like little berries, but I kind of like it as it is. So let's see if it's worked with that line that we wanted to make going away. Yeah, you see? And if I fold that over, you can see that the lost shadow just creates.
If I bring it in on this, we're going to bring it in on this camera over here because this seems to have. Maybe if I'm going to hold
yeah,
it
there
up
you go.
to
I'll pop this over
just
here.
let that
So it works
focus
without taking away too much of the bright,
There we go.
snowy.
Yeah, you can
landscape.
really see that, can't you? It's very
Yeah.
soft and subtle.
Now you can put shadows on there if you want to. Get a little bit of light blue and have a shadow for each of the tree.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at putting shadows in. If you've got like a pencil, I guess a light pencil.
Yeah, I mean, we've got our Polychroma Essentials that Barb goes to all the time with different shades of grey.
That could work.
It's not 50 Shades of Grey or Barbara Grey, but would you like to?
Oh, should we have a go? I was thinking
have a
blue.
go? Yeah, you
No,
go for it.
we could choose that colour.
Yeah.
Should we choose
Do you
grey?
want to practice on your little
Oh,
test?
what a good idea.
So this is using our Polychromo Essentials
Right.
collection.
So the moon was sort of here,
Yeah.
like that. So would it be down or would it be that way?
It'd be down.
It would, wouldn't it? So it'd be like that. So a little line. And shadows are always bigger. I mean, I was just going to do a line, but I guess
You could do a line.
you could do a line just going like that, and then that would be the shadow. Or you could come out.
I suppose it's like that Into the Night, isn't it? Where you've got that sort of the little man in the woods, and you've got that moonlight coming from behind.
Yeah. See, mind you, a shadow is just a full-on image, isn't it? It wouldn't see the lines in it. So I guess it'd be something like that. That's quite effective,
Yeah.
actually. I don't know where you can see that.
You can just see that. Yeah. I'll zoom in a little bit. For you.
Oh, there's something quite lonely about that. Just that's quite. Makes me feel quite
Works.
emotional.
It's like the lone cypress.
The lone tree.
the lone leaf.
Yeah. Or the exploding lemon.
Oh, the exploding.
Turn it the other way. Do you know what? That is quite effective. Should we try it?
Yeah.
Let's
Your
bring-
card.
Did it? I thought you said you're a rock hard then.
You are, Janice. You're a rock hard person.
Rock hard you are. Oh, wish. So you could do just a line.
You could do just a line. That looks quite effective.
That looks really effective, actually. The shadows are always longer and bigger, aren't they? And I think.
I suppose it depends on the angle, doesn't it? How high the moon is.
I think if I actually did the roundness of the tree, that wouldn't work. I think just
the
line. Actually, that looks really effective. Yeah, these are really nice to work with.
Polychromos, Rolls Royce of pencils.
I'd say that kind of purred as it went on the paper.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are like velvet.
Wow. And went on so easily.
Yes.
Because normally you get scratching with a pencil.
You can do, yeah.
And then
these are oil-based, the wax-based pencils.
Yeah, you
so
can
they're
tell.
Polychromos. So they're great for using with the Dorso oil. You can blend with them. Beautiful on parchment craft.
They're really nice. They're really nice. Now you see, I want to put a shadow on here. I don't know what this is going to
These are sort of like Barb's go-to essentials.
I'll be careful then with it.
And so the item number for the set of 12, I think it is. Item number is 31031. And it's a beautiful colour palette.
Just doing that really
and then we've
lightly.
just recently launched, you may not have seen, Jazz, we went to a spring, summer, autumn, winter collection.
I don't know whether that works or not, but I've done it anyway. Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. But this, game changer.
So these are our essentials that Barb goes for all the time. You've got a lovely ivory, beautiful beige red, the blue, lemon, and then you've got different shades of grey. Then you've got some metallics.
How much are these?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I think they might be on offer at £26.40.
I thought you had to buy the full-on £1,000, whatever it is, set of them.
No.
I
So this
did
is
not
why
know.
then Barb then put together the latest spring.
Oh, this is terrific.
So you've got spring.
I never knew this.
Then we've got summer.
Gosh.
Then we have autumn.
Oh, these are beautiful.
And then we have winter. So Barb worked with Faber-Castell back in the day.
Yes,
in product development. And so these have always been Rolls-Royce for her.
Yeah.
But not everyone can afford the
that's what
160
exactly.
tin.
I really thought to get into Faber-Castell.
Faber-Castell, yeah.
I actually thought you needed a second mortgage to buy the whole big
tin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did these.
So Barb put these
Wow.
together more recently. So and there's no duplicates of colour in them.
These are absolutely fantastic. It's just how it goes on, like you say, it's like a knife
velvet,
through butter, isn't it? Just so smoothly, and you don't need a lot of it.
No. They're fantastic with the pigment in them.
Yeah. That looks amazing, and I've never really done a shadow before because I've got the pencils at home and they're a bit scratchy, but just putting that line on, very simple, really lightly, or even going for that one.
Yeah. So
With
I
the-
suppose in hindsight, if you thought, oh, I want to put that lovely drop shadow in,
Yes,
then when you're stamping out, you would take into account, wouldn't you?
you certainly would.
That if you wanted to do that
I just
sort of
want. I just want
full...
to do more shadows now. These are so lovely. Just very lightly. That does look nice, but it also looks nice with that really ethereal
It
style
does. It ties in really well, doesn't
cloud.
it? Yeah.
And then that could be a Christmas card. It could be a tag.
Good.
And then that was with the trees.
Just different colorway.
Yes.
But I love that effect of using either an alcohol wipe, or I'm guessing you could probably just use a wet wipe as well.
Yep.
To lift
Or
the color
water.
out.
Or water. But
Yeah.
there's just something about the way it reacts with the ink.
Yeah, I've never seen that done before.
It was totally by accident.
Did you drop one?
Well, I went to pick up a piece of tissue with water, and I picked up a wet wipe instead, an alcohol wipe. And I thought, oh, hang on, that actually looks really good.
Yeah.
And it's just random. But you could
Yes.
also use that as a background as well if you wanted to. But you've got two little notelets there that you
That's
can.
perfect. And you've got
do
the
like
leaf
that
on
shadow.
one and the
Where's
little
that?
trees.
Have you got that pencil again?
Yeah.
Let me put some shadows on these, and let's see if we can transform this.
Which one did you use? I can't remember now.
It was the light. Was it that? It was that
the
one.
light one.
Yeah. Again, with these trees, I'm just going to put a line. Shadows are always bigger, aren't they? Longer. See, again, that's
It's amazing what a pencil could do. I know.
probably not so much that, because I've not done that right. But I think if you were to do shadows with these, you'd have to include the whole tree.
Yeah.
But there's something about that, because of the crispness. You know, we were talking about the
Yes.
crispness, not Christmas, of the actual leaf. That one line.
Just makes it.
Oh, that's it now. I'm doing that on all of them. Doing that on. That really looks effective. Really nice. I like that, even if I say so myself. Nice little notelets.
And also, I've just remembered, this is a thing that Barb often does. So you know the little Jazz the Fox.
Yes.
So obviously you did the background first, didn't you? If you had stamped him first, and then used the white polychromo pencil on there very lightly, just in his breast.
Yeah.
Then when you put the colour on, you'd be able to wipe it off. It'd act as a resist.
Oh, now you tell me. Do you know? Oh, okay, I'll tell you this. I thought I was sitting down the other day, and I thought to myself, I need to think of something to solve a problem. And then I thought, I wonder if you could get like a very like almost like an ink pad that you stamped and it dried, and then it acted as a resist. And I thought I'd invented something really clever. And now you tell me the
No, you can get a
does
Versamark ink pad. That is a watermark ink pad.
So I've not invented it then.
the Versamark
I had
ink pad
dreams of grandeur after that.
acts as a resist.
Okay.
So if you stamp something with a Versamark, it creates like a watermark. And you can either use embossing powders on it.
Yep.
So different colours to heat emboss. You can stamp with it, and then when it's dry, you can dust over with like a dye-based ink pad, and it resists.
There you go.
So
there's something else.
But for something like that on the breast of the fox, if you put the white pencil, then put your colour on top, you could wipe it off.
Yeah, that would work really well. Either that or the Posca pens.
Or the Posca pen on top. Yeah.
Yeah. But it just shows you there are ways of using these stamps, not just, you know, yes, you could do something quite grungy and messy, which I love doing. I really do, because you can play, you can come up with all sorts, really, tags, or you can do something quite simple and effective, like with the trees there.
Yeah.
Or the leaves. Do love that.
Lovely.
Nice. So lots of different things you can do there.
There are indeed. So should we have a bit of a recap?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you good to go? Or,
yeah. I'll do whatever you like.
It's up to you. It's been going nearly 2 hours, believe it or not.
Oh my God, look at the time. When did that happen?
We've decided here at Clarity that there are these super duper batteries that's making time go faster than it should.
Well, that's crazy. I only walked in the door 5 minutes ago and we're 2 hours on.
So should we just have a recap and then we'll call it a day there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you okay with that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go for the full screen graphics.
Okay.
So we've got the brand new Quirky Quickies ASIP stamp collection, item number 12254. Everything is available individually on the show page, but because these were the latest collections, I thought we'd have a look at them individually. Item number 12248 for the quirky houses. Item number 12249 for the Stargazer. Then we have item number 12250 for that Jazz the Fox that we saw Janice put through its paces. Then we have the Mystical Hare, item number 12251. Then Into the Woods, item number 12252. And then finally, we have Into the Night, item number 12253. And then we've got that big collection of the tile set 2, where you've got the 5 different stamp sets, the 5 different stencils, item number 21246. Super duper.
Absolutely. I mean, I could just stay here and just play all day because I don't necessarily have to tidy up afterwards. But you know, you can have such good fun and mix and match all the stamps as well. They
Yeah.
all work perfectly, I think, with one another when you find
You
that
can
kind
see.
of design.
I think because it's come from the same person that's created them and designed them, you can see that they work so well together,
Yeah,
and
and
they've got that crossover.
Whether you're building patterns in the background and then put it, you could use, for example, the tree tiles with Jazz the Fox.
Yeah.
And you could mix it up like that. You could use the apple tiles singularly with Stargazer, or with the Mystical Hare, for example. For some reason, he could have an apple beside him. It's your story,
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of them.
And and I think these are perfect for those little mini makes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
you can start off large, chop it up, and then go for small. But I mean, the artwork, we said it was like 2.5 inches for this brand new quirky quickies.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
absolutely
thank you.
Gorgeous.
I've really enjoyed making them actually, and people have received them very, very well. So, you know, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So thank you to Janice for coming all the way down.
You're more than welcome.
Now
I've got to go all the way back up.
All the way back. Hope
It's
you
all
have
good.
a wonderful Christmas and New
Yes,
Year.
Merry Christmas to you all as well. Have a really nice, peaceful one, or a happy, raucous one. It's
Whichever you decide to go for. We'll be back tomorrow with you at 10 o'clock for Groovy Tuesday with the lovely Louise, and then I'll be joining Louise at 2 o'clock for an hour of all things grooviness. And then on Friday, back on Clarity Social TV at 10 with Barb, with those beautiful characters that we launched yesterday.
Oh, amazing. I saw them yesterday.
The angels, friends and sisters. And then I'll be on Hobbymaker at 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock for something a little bit different.
Oh, when's that?
On Friday.
On Friday?
Yes.
Looking forward to
So
that.
enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Janice.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Paul.
Grace.
Thank you, Grace.